What's going on out there, folks? Rooster here in Tennessee, roostercb.com. A couple of little different ones in here that I haven't carried before. Just switch it up. Figured I'd carry something different just in case somebody's looking for something like this. 4x 2290s. Kind of set up to be a driver with the variable on it here, and we'll demonstrate that in the video. Going to be a relatively low drive amp. Now, could you hit it with something harder than what I'm going to hit it with? Probably so. I wouldn't be afraid to put a little bit more average power into it and maybe just a shade more PEP. This one does about 35 PEP, about 10 average, give or take. So I wouldn't really hesitate to put a little bit more in it. This one with the variable being in here, the power is going to be a little bit lower on it than if we didn't have it with a variable. But again, this one's going to be kind of more of what you'd, use as a driver or something. So going into maybe like a 10-pill 2879C, 12-pill 2879 standard, maybe even something like a 16. If you're going to use 16, I'd probably just take the variable out and just run it straight into it. But again, with the variable, it gives you a little bit of option. We'll demonstrate that later in the video here. 14.7 volts. Feel like we haven't had our clamp meter out for a while, so we'll see what it draws on it. And again, we're just using a single final tuned up radio going into it. Nothing crazy going on here. Got a couple of these in, and I also have a 1 drive and 2 2879C that's in this same case. And I'll get those listed up on the website here sometime today, probably shortly after this video. All right, that being said, let's check this thing out. 4 2290s. All righty. 1,000-watt slug, bottom scale. There's our slug. Make sure it's in there nice and tidy. Bottom scale. Ooh. 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 So 10 watts average in, showing us about 130 average out, and that's off a pretty low dead key. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll the dead key up just so we know kind of the max operating range for it. And at the end of the video, I'll go and see how much our radio is keying. So let's see here. Let's just say we want to key a max of about 70 watts, 75 watts or so. Ooh, audio. Again, it gives an initial bounce about 130 or so, 140 audio, and right there around 125 or so average. And then PEP. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio, 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 audio. Right at 400 PEP. Current draw. 28 amps at 14.7 volts. What she's drawing there. Again, you take a variable out, and if you just straight wired one of these, it's going to do a little bit more. Probably myself, I'd probably expect it to jump up. Hell, it could jump up 100 watts, but I'd probably say 50 or so, give or take anyway. The variable, let's show you how the variable works. So we're wide open right now. Let's just turn it halfway and see what it does there. Zoom back in here. Immediately see our dead key drops way down. Ooh, audio, 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 audio. About 250. Let's go back to 9 o'clock. It's probably gonna fall way off. Hello, audio, 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 audio. There's my camera work. Audio, audio, about 175. All the way down. Hello, audio, 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 audio. 100 watts. So there you guys go. Again, when you're adjusting this variable, just a friendly reminder to those that don't know, don't be keyed up turning it, as in don't have your radio keyed up and turn it at the same time. That's a quick way to burn that variable out in there. What I want to do now is see how much our radio's doing, because I did not pre-test this or anything. So let's just take our 1000 out. Let's put what do I have here? We can put a 25 in, I guess. This 25, all the 25 watt slugs I've ever had, they read extremely tight. So Let's see what this one shows. Turn our amp off. It's showing about a 4-watt dead key, so that's actually, that tells you that the input on this thing's padded down a good bit. For it to only key 75 watts with almost 5 watts going in, I'm actually kind of surprised. Hello, ayo. That radio's not even showing 7 watts average on there, 7 or 8. Hello. It tries to get to 10, but about 7 or 8 average. Hello, audio. It does over 25 pp. Let's double check it with another slug, just to be safe. So we have a second comparison here. Let's put a 50 in. So the 25 showed us about 5 watts carrier. The 50 showing us about 4. But the 50 shows more average power. Ain't that how it goes? All right, so pretty cool little amp. Obviously one that seems like it would take a little bit of drive going into it. I'm kind of surprised that we're up to 4 or 5 watts worth of carrier there. I know some local guys that may find that pretty interesting. They were looking for something they could turn their HF rigs down to like 4 or 5 watts and kind of use these as like a modulator or something. So they may actually be interested in something like this. We'll see. All right. Appreciate it, guys. Rooster and 10, roostercb.com, 4x2290. Thanks, everybody. See you. Bye.